Hi, I'm Fran Gallagher, and I'm your guide to relationships, intuition, and meditation. So, the most powerful skill you can develop that will affect all three of those aspects of your life relationships, intuition, and meditation is the skill of having double vision. So, what I call double vision is in the instance of relationships, you want to be aware with one eye, so to speak, of what you want, and at the same time, be aware of what you have. When it comes to meditation, you want to be aware of the deeper quiet within you, the possibility for even greater quiet, and be aware of your, in my case, addiction to thinking. And in the case of intuition and in relationships, for instance, you want to be aware what someone is saying to you and at the same time be aware of what you are feeling, what you are sensing, what you are somehow hearing beneath their words. In the case of just any part of life, you want to be aware of both logic and the rational, and intuition and the irrational. Now, before you decide that you may not have this ability, if you drive, you have this ability because you are aware of a car that is coming toward you. Let's say you're on a two-lane road and there's just a yellow line down the center. And you see this car that is just a few feet away from a head on collision when it passes you. You're aware of that, and yet you keep your eyes on where you're going. This is double vision. And we can use it all across our life. Again, it is a powerful, powerful skill. And I would say it's the most powerful skill. We can also use it with manifesting. We can be aware of what it is we want and aware that we don't have it, that it's not there. We can be aware of, in all cases, where we are going, keeping our eyes on the prize, as they say, while at the same time being aware of any reality that would interfere with that. This gives us focus. One of the things that maybe the second skill that is so powerful for us is to maintain and develop our focus. Now, I must admit that the phone has been the enemy of my focus. I get distracted easily, and today I turned off those bubbles that where you're doing one thing and then someone's text comes in and I want to run and take care of that text so it's not hanging out there without my attention. And I've stopped, or I'm in the process of stopping doing that. I want you to be thinking about potholes. If you live in an area that gets cold temperatures, snow, and might have some bad roads, like I do, then you probably are familiar with potholes. And the best way to deal with a pothole is to see it, but don't stare at it because you will go where your focus is. Then you stare at the area where you want to go. And this is what we have to do over and over again in our relationships. So, at some point in a relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whether it's friendship, whatever it is, whether it's an employer or an employee, people will often try to bait you. So, you can see that pothole and you can see where you want to go. With a narcissist, it's called gray rocking. You do not give them the benefit of your reactivity. You do not give them the benefit of your reaction. So I recently went through a situation that was very highly charged, difficult emotionally, and the person I was dealing with just kept baiting me because I believe they wanted me to do something wrong that would then further justify their already awful behavior. If I did something wrong, then it could be my fault. So I had to behave like a saint. Recently, I had a client who I said, "You're going to have to be a saint in this situation. You cannot allow yourself to be baited." Because again and again, a lot of people are playing the blame game. They are just looking for us to do one little thing wrong, and that will justify their further misbehavior. There was a television show a few years ago that was popular, and there were ads for it on bus stops. And the show was called Justified. And I really reacted negatively to that title because we really have to be careful when we feel justified in acting out, or when we are feeding someone any kind of misstep that will let them feel justified with us. Unfortunately, it's a game, and it's a game a lot of people want to play. I don't want to play it, but I'm sometimes forced to play it. And the only way I know to win is to gray rock with them, not give them anything to blame me for. And I would suggest you consider this also. Uh, so, uh, Leave something in the comments if any of this resonates for you. And be safe in your relationships, those meditative spaces, and as you explore intuition. Thanks for joining me.